Now I'm going to be testing the Truglo two-blade titanium mechanical head. I think of Truglo typically as a sight company, archery sights, but not so much a broadhead company. But recently they've been making a foray into the broadhead department and made some pretty intriguing looking ones that I've heard some good things about. And so I thought I'd give this a test. This is really cool because it's a grade 5 titanium one-piece machined ferrule, which is really nice, and then stainless steel blades. It's very similar to a lot of other heads in the market, like the sling blade, and it's just this simple opening, you know, where the presses down here and then opens up there. What makes this a little bit more unique is that you get a full 2 3/16 inch cut. Okay, at full deployment there, you can see it. That's quite a large wound channel. The blades are super sharp. The tip is super sharp. I like the look of that tip as it's really narrow there. It's like a chisel tip. And so we're going to shoot it into this medium that we have. We're going to shoot it into a really thick piece of leather cowhide, and then we're going to shoot it through. It's going to go through that into a rubber foam tile, then into a 1/4 inch plywood, then through another rubber foam tile, and then into a 3/8 inch plywood, and then into foam. So we're going to see how well the entrance hole is, how well that hole is maintained, the wound channel is maintained throughout it, and then see what the condition of the head is afterwards. Let's give it a try. Now that made a cut. I just measured that out, and it's just over 2 inches. It's advertised as 2 3/16 inches, and it's close to that, even upon that just that initial cut right there. So very impressed with that wound channel. Just pulled the boards apart, and here you see the entrance hole into that first piece of plywood. And it went in, it's just exactly at 2 inches. So it's advertised 2 3/16, and that first hole in the leather was just a little over 2. This has gone down to about 2 at that point, but it did make a nice hole there. And then interestingly, in the very last piece of wood, you pull it apart there, and you see that we're down to an inch hole again. So I'm not sure why this is happening with this type of head. It happened with the sling blade, and it's happening with this as well. Apparently, as it goes through that last part, it closes back up. And so you see going into this last piece, it was just an inch hole. I mean, it's a nice hole, nice big round hole, but then 1 inch cut right there. So overall, a decent penetration, nice opening wound. It kept that wound channel up through half of this medium, but then it shrunk to about 50% as it went into this last board. So overall, a good head. It held up remarkably well. You can see it here. Let me try to zoom in. Let me see there. And it held up really well. I mean, it spins perfectly. You can't even tell it's been shot. The blades are a little bit dulled, obviously, but the head itself did remarkably well, and just with some touch-up, could easily be reshot. So overall, a decent head there.